Welcome to Pillow Talking, your favorite podcast shot from the bed. I'm JT.
And I'm NeNe.
And of course, like always, we'll get it started with something that we saw crazy on social media. And this week, I have to talk about black people who get mad when black people get killed for doing illegal stuff and then get mad at the people for doing legal stuff. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know how you missed it, but
Don't know.
3 young black men went into somebody's house
Right.
armed.
Under the age of 16.
Yeah, they were all in the age of 16. They were armed and they had on like
Mask.
and they were attempting to rob somebody late at night. I think it was like 4 in the
4
morning.
Yeah.
It was like, a real robbery. It wasn't no,
Right.
they kicked the dude door in.
And they also said that the man have signs in his yard. The people have
Right.
signs.
So
in their yard.
they kicked this man's door in. They go in the house with guns, trying to rob the man. The man has his own gun and was ready for it. He stayed strapped, and unfortunately, all 3 kids got killed. So it was I don't want to say it's a lot of people, but
It's a lot of
it was a big debate. It was like a lot of people saying that the homeowner who defended his home did too much.
Overkill.
And like you had people making flyers like justice for these young men. You had people making like the posters like with the angel wings, like
Right.
going
People
too
were saying
soon.
that was overkill.
You had people
Going
having
ham,
candlelight
bro.
vigils. I'm like,
Right.
it's unfortunate that these young men died because you never want to see young men die.
Right.
But I'm not gonna say they deserve to die, but they put themselves in a situation where death was an option. Anytime you break into somebody's house,
Robbery, period, is an option.
robbery. No, but literally, anytime you go in somebody's house, you may not come out alive.
Facts.
And if you don't come out alive, it's justified. Like the moment your foot stepped across his door sill, whatever
was it,
happened to
fam.
you is
Yeah.
justified. Because for one, if you kick somebody's door in, that's telling me you already don't care about them. Like you might as well kill them. Like you don't respect their
disrespect me
house.
completely. Like this ain't nothing. You put your sweat, tears,
Yeah,
money
like
into this. My
matter of
stuff.
fact, you had to fight somebody because they tried to come in your house.
Exactly.
Like, and it wasn't even the fact that they was trying to.
It's just the fact you tried.
It's like the
I don't
fact
know
you
you
literally
like,
tried to step
you
in
don't
my
have
house.
any
Like
privilege to
the
come in my
disrespect
house.
that people like, and then like the people was like, well, he could have shot one of them. I was like, no.
If I see two dudes
No, it's
because they
3.
look tall,
No, it's 3 of them.
Yeah, if I
so
see
if
3
I
dudes
wake up in the middle of the
night,
night,
I'm gonna be like,
somebody
babe,
kicked in my
do
house.
what you gotta do.
I don't know who has what gun. I don't know what. If I see 3 people, they all are targets.
It's either be killed or
Right. So until those 3 people are gone, or like if you get away, cool, thank God. But while you're in my house, you have to die.
and if the family is in there, like y'all really was playing, like
And it's not. And this, I want to let it be known. The dude didn't like assassinate him, like tie
Right,
him up
that's
and then
what
shoot him in the
they think.
head.
Yeah, that's
No,
what they
like
act
literally,
like. He
the
shot,
dude woke up.
bam.
She started shooting, and he just had good aim. Like
That's
he
all,
clearly was a legal gun owner.
And it
Probably
was their time.
Yeah, he
I don't
probably
really wanna say
probably
anything,
was a
but-
shooter. Probably cleaned his. Probably was a.
But if he has a gun, you are trained because like my mom and them, you're
Right.
you train, you get training. So
like yeah, he protected his home, and like people are really mad at this man. People are like calling for and I'm like
it's horrible.
As much as I hate to see 3 lives lost at one time,
Right, especially black. That hurts black people too. But however,
like
black people should not be trying to okay what they did, and that's wrong. It's not fair. Why would they do that? And we the same people that if somebody come in our house,
that's my point. That's what makes me mad.
We doing everything we
it's crazy
can.
how quick our morals and stuff change
For
when
our
it's somebody
race.
we like.
It's for our race.
No, it wasn't race because it was kind of
No,
race.
I saw buku blacks. That's it.
But no, I'm saying it's because like a lot of people knew the people and they were like, "Oh, that was my homie." Like,
Oh, I didn't see that. I saw
like,
random
I
people.
went to the actual post, like,
Yeah, I didn't
about
see
it.
no.
Like,
It was on other posts. That's what I was
Right.
on. I was hard on telling people. I'm like, y'all are crazy. I said my husband is supposed to be a protector, and guess what? He already know I ain't dying for nobody. I ain't gonna jail for nobody. I ain't dying for nobody.
Right.
So you better do everything you can to keep me and the kids and yourself safe. Like if you gotta shoot. You walked in. I was like, I don't tolerate disrespect. I do not like disrespect. You come in my house unwanted. I'm gonna do something. Like,
right, because at that point,
'cause
you already
you
telling me
disrespecting
you
me,
don't care
period.
about my life or my
right.
property.
Then they had masks on, so they pre-planned. That
right,
was meditated.
and that's the thing that's the thing that got
You already
me.
had a gun.
Now, if
Bam.
they would have walked, I'm not justifying this, but if they don't went in like as kids, like literally not know what they're doing, just trying to do something.
Exactly.
That's different.
Because clearly you could be like, what you doing in here?
Right.
You know,
They went in with mask and a gun. They went in as professional robbers and got
professional consequences.
Yeah, professional consequences.
But
and like I feel bad for the families. I feel bad for the guy who had to do it. But at the same time,
it's a sad situation. However, the man was not wrong.
He was not wrong. I'm sorry.
It's sad that they had to die because like I was telling somebody too, they were like, but he shouldn't have killed them. How is he supposed to know that his gun, his shot can kill him? It's a chance. But I said, I know people who got shot in the head 2 times and walking fine.
Right, yeah.
That's
literally
friends for real. And like they're alive, living well, you know? So
right. And we see it all the time. People get shot and live. So it's not like you never know. Like, but when you play with fire, you could get burned.
Yeah. And then they were like also blaming the parent. They were like, oh, I blame that. No, some people were like, I blame the parents. You should have known. My mama always knew I was no matter what.
I saw a lot of people.
And then some people were like, you can't control your kids. You can't. However, you set standards for your children.
Right.
And it's up to you to make.
You really can't control. Like you can't. I don't want to say control because that's a bad word to use, but. You can't.
No, that's what the other people saying.
Right. You can't control kids. Like
you can't prevent it though.
You can control them to a certain point, but judging by like the lifestyle 14. They was living, like it looked like they probably didn't care about what their parents said. And so
or their parents didn't hold them accountable.
Right.
Because if you hold your teenager, come on, that's the easiest people to teach, honestly. Think about it. They have stuff that they want, stuff that they gotta have. They gotta have a phone. They gotta have internet now. Right. You know, it's so much easy stuff you could take away from.
They gotta have somewhere to sleep.
Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like if they want what they want.
Right.
So it's so much stuff you could do to get a teenager. Because they were 14, fam. 14, 15. Like.
Yeah, and like my thing was, like, and I get it. I understand you're upset that, 3 people are gone. But let's not be those people who don't hold each other accountable.
Right.
Because then, like, you're basically saying that it's okay to break somebody's house and not, get met with a gun. like it's okay to rob somebody at gunpoint and walk out alive. That's what you're saying. Exactly. They should walk out alive. What you wanted them
to do? What? Call the cops? He gonna shoot them.
Right, that's my point. So if they call the cops and the cops come shoot them, is that okay?
Right, no, because then they would be saying all kind of stuff. So
or let's say they call the cops, they go to jail for 30 years. Oh, that's too long. They lost their whole life.
He shot them and they didn't die, so you're just sad that they died. Okay, right. We can't control that. Okay,
that was a possibility.
It is. It's always a possibility. Every time you get shot. So
right,
but we can't control that. People can die from any wound. Honestly, like if it's your time, it's your time. If it's not, it's not. Like that's above us,
right? And
so just like it was above that man, like
it really was, and like I feel bad about it. But moral story is don't rob people, and you probably won't get shot. But anyway, moving on to something more relationship wise, I guess topic. Since we're talking about kids and raising kids, I kind of wanted to visit the whole situation of dating with kids, and I want to ask you because. Even though you didn't it wasn't a long period for you to date with kids. Like,
it was pretty much a year though.
Right. So it's a lot of people, especially women, even some men, but mostly women, who are single parents and now they're trying to date, and they always be like, "Man, when is the appropriate time to introduce somebody? When? How do you know? Is it worth going? Like, how do you date without sacrificing your relationship with your kid?" So yeah, I want to ask you. Kind of give your thoughts on that.
Well, first of all, let me say, I had a little kid, so I think my stuff will be different from people with older kids because I'm not really sure about that because I didn't have to go through that. So for me with a little kid, he was like, what, one?
Right.
So even before him, I didn't really mind as far as him being with me around the other person because he's not gonna remember that even if we do split, you know what I mean, or if we do stop talking.
So you're saying because he was so young he wouldn't remember.
He didn't and he didn't even bond unless I wanted him to, but I could always keep my baby to myself. You don't have to do anything. I got my kid, he with me, but he could be by me, you know what I'm saying. But I mean we had, even with you, we had dates and stuff like that, so there was time where we went together. Once I realized that it was serious, we did bring Evan a lot everywhere we went.
So do you feel like it's different if you have a
older
girl
kid. Oh, a girl.
versus because you have a boy.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit. I'm not trying to say that boys can't be
Right, because remember me when I used to be like, it's just weird for him to be around a person who likes him and they're not related.
Right, yeah. So yeah, but you think it's different people who have like younger, like
girls?
baby girls, because of course.
Yeah, it's probably
it's
more strained on, like
it's
if you're that kind of parent, if you're a cautious parent and concerned about those things, because some people are not and they let their kid be around anybody, But if you're cautious about that, yes, you probably do have more pressure on you thinking about that, because I mean, it's it is what it is. It's the opposite sex. I mean, period. Like
Right. So that is a legitimate fear.
Yeah.
Not even a fear, but a concern. Like,
it's
and I see
definitely a concern.
I think that's the biggest thing I see looking from the outside. A lot of women are like, I don't want to bring my kid around, a pervert, or I don't want to, because when you date, it's so hard not to introduce your kid. Because like, how can you, even if you just talking on the phone, your kid right there in the background, you FaceTime your kid right there, like.
Exactly.
So it's hard to keep your kid away from somebody.
It is. And let's talk about us. The first day we actually got each other's number, Evan was there. Like, I walked in with Evan, so I really didn't have a choice.
Met you.
Like,
I met you.
This is what it is. Exactly. And it was just like, this is what it is. Right. And I had often talked to him about that. Like, let me know now. If the kid thing. I got a kid. So
right. So now that's a good point. So you think
introduce him first?
No, I'm saying, do you think that should be disclosed early on, or do you think it's okay to disclose that later?
No, absolutely not. No.
So you think it should be disclosed early on? So
first of all, that'll save you. That'll save you a lot of time. Also, wasted time. Because if the dude know that he not gonna fool with, I can't fool with a girl with a kid. He gonna say straight up if he really can't do it. Right. Now, if he might be open-minded to it or like whatever, just playing around it to get what he wants, maybe it's still gonna come out. Because if you keep bringing your kid around, he gonna be like he gonna be.
So they gonna be aggravated, and I go
like so. And when somebody aggravated with your child, I don't care. It's a no. I never had that problem with JT. Like as far as Evan being a.
No, he aggravated me sometimes.
Now he does, but I mean, you stuck.
Oh yeah, he aggravates me now. He's terrible.
Yeah, he let loose. So like when he never really had an issue with, like, I would always be like, I don't want to bring the baby. Like I don't want to bring him. Like I can't bring him. I can't come. He was like, bring him. Like why? Right. You could bring him. Like maybe not to fancy restaurants and stuff like that, because he was loud and he would cry a lot. But like if we were out or something. But like if we were just going like to eat places and I'd be like, oh, I can't come. I got I have Evan. I don't have a babysitter. He'd be like, just bring him. And that's just how we started bringing Evan all the time.
Right. And it just became us.
Yeah. Yeah, it literally just became like a family.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
So
I guess what would you say to the girls who feel like because they have a kid they can't find a good man?
Man, that is such a trick of I don't want to be spiritual, but that is such a trick of the enemy, okay? Just to keep us stagnant in, our situation, or keep us down as females, like we can't rise above what happened to us, or rise above what society calls is, not too good looking or whatever. So, because like I felt like that too. So until until I got a boost of confidence, like it's okay.
So do you think it's a self-esteem issue, or do you think
no, for real. Yes.
So as a kid, so you think
not for everybody, but some people do think that
people look at the kid like a flaw or a blemish on you?
Some men do that. And women.
I mean, I don't
like, especially now society. Okay.
I think it's getting better though. Because
in some areas, but also
everybody want to be the cool stepdad or the stepmom.
But think about it, our generation is getting older, so it's no point. Like my mom used to tell my brother, you're getting of age. So at this point, you either gonna have a good woman with a child, right, or you're gonna have a girl with no child. Because it's hard to find that middle, the person who is right in the mind, old enough in the mind and don't have a kid. It's very few of those people. There are people like that. However, it's very few of them because we're getting so older in age.
Once you get to a certain age, you gotta pretty much accept the fact that 9 times out of 10 that person will have a kid.
Yeah, probably 50-50, honestly. Probably. Right. Because it's like you can't be so shallow. When you're young, you can do that because most of the people don't have kids.
Okay, so I gotta ask you. You say you can't be shallow, But you told me that if I had a kid, you wouldn't date me.
Yeah, I wouldn't date that. I wouldn't date you. You're right, but not from a. Oh my God, that's like not downing you as a person. I wouldn't date you. I wouldn't date you from personal experiences dealing with baby mamas, not because you are flawed. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like people who don't date people because they feel like they're flawed if they have a kid. That's shallow to me. Like that's shallow.
So you feel like you wouldn't do it just because
Of past experience.
You don't want to go through it.
Like I don't want to go down that bridge. No, I mean that path. Yeah. So just for me, because I know my sanity. You gotta know yourself.
Right.
But if you have no reason, but because they just gotta you don't really have a reason. You're just being closed-minded, because. But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying don't down them for having a kid. Because you can have
I know people that's just like a preference for them. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not. You can't have a preference because I believe in preference. Okay, I believe in preference.
Right.
So I'm saying you can't say it from a downing, like from a judging perspective. Okay. Like trying to hurt them. Oh, you got a kid. Like I'm better. Like because that's ugly. People are we still.
Keep the mic.
Huh?
Keep hitting the mic.
Oh, sorry. Because I'm talking with my hand. Anyway, we still people, and everybody makes mistakes sometimes. And a baby, is not a mistake. Probably whatever. But a kid is not a mistake.
Yeah, a kid is not.
They're supposed to be here, obviously.
They're supposed to be here. Yeah. So I just think that it's a narrative. Well, I don't want to say narrative, but it's a lot of women who feel like
it is, man.
I have a kid, and now I can't.
I gotta settle.
I have to settle.
And you do not have.
And
to
I feel
settle.
like you really don't.
You don't, man. I used to think that.
Because I know it's a lot of good dudes
and it's hard to take that step.
Who don't care about they don't care about the kid. They don't care that you have a kid.
Yeah, right.
Like, they see you as you, like as
and
a
for
person.
You too.
Right.
And I feel like you're gonna really. You can find somebody who really likes you or whatever, even if you don't have a kid, however. But if you have a kid or something, and people like to call it baggage, but not bad baggage. Like they be like, you got to take me and what comes along with me. And I love that phrase because I am a single mom. So I was a single mom. So you got to take me and what comes along with me. So if you could do that, then I know.
Right. I think it's comparative to any past experience. It's just like, I have a kid.
It's just whatever. A physical thing from a past experience. Like you might have emotional things that come with you. Right. I just have a physical little thing.
So I guess the other question was, how do you?
But the dude or the woman also has to have a big heart, and that's how you could tell if somebody really.
Right. That's what I was going to ask you. Like, how can you tell if somebody is even? Let's say you're just dating.
Yeah.
Like, how can you tell? Like, okay, this is a person that I want to date. Are you solely basing it off of what you want, or are you looking for that father too?
That's exactly what I was doing. Both.
So you was looking for both.
I always just would look at people's attitudes.
So it wasn't just love.
No, it was not. It was not even our looks from jump. It was just if I know this guy, and honestly, when I was dating, quote unquote, or liking people, I would sometimes always just start to like people I already knew because I knew you. I'm already familiar with you, and I don't want to have to figure out else, and introduce my child or whatever. Me also my vulnerable self because I am vulnerable. You know what I mean? After you get out of a relationship with your baby father or baby mama, you are still vulnerable.
Definitely, and that's a part that I feel like a lot of people don't realize.
Yeah, man.
Having a child, especially now that I've had one, I can see the emotional roller coaster. I can see the difference in the relationship, so I can understand it. A lot of people who get out of that or have that situation go sour, now I can understand how they really can be in a place of
just stagnant or trying to stay together and just having hope and you want to have hope for your kid, but
then it's like
and all you think is your fault that they gonna it's my fault that we didn't work, that you don't have your mommy's not with us or your daddy's not with us.
So can you date multiple men and with a child, or should you only focus one at a time?
I mean, it's not wise.
Some people date. They go on a lot of dates. Date.
Oh, you talking about just dating? Like I'm looking for a guy, and so I'm dating around. If you don't want to put your if you don't, I feel like you could do that because I think single people do that.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying it's good or bad. However, you can do that if that's up to you. But I advise you to not bring your child in it. Period. You can say you have a kid.
Just don't bring.
Don't bring your child around unless you know more about that person and you're serious about them. Because that's what I always thought about. Even before I met him, I was just like, I'm not gonna bring my kid around anybody unless I'm serious. Like, a lot of people didn't even know it. Like, people who I would just talk to, they didn't know I would even had a kid. Some of them, if you didn't know me, you didn't know I had a kid. Because, like, I would never even talk to you on that level because I didn't want to start a new... It just was too much at the moment. So I kind of just flocked to people that I already knew. Like, so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, I think another issue, not really an issue I saw, but it was saying, like, how guys who have kids, single fathers, it's more difficult for them to date than a single mother, which I find weird because for some reason it's like that guys are more accepting of women who have kids, but girls are not.
It is, and you should know why. Because we're what? I always say, what are we? Emotional.
Crazy.
And that is why. We emotional. Dudes, when they done with something, they're done. And most likely, dudes be done, you know?
Right.
Unless you unless you're egging, like...
Wait, what you trying to say? No, I'm
like when they're done with the person or whatever, most of the times they're done. Like, if y'all really done. You and the husband, like you and the partner, like me and you, basically.
No, I'm confused. What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say we're emotional. Like, we still have that emotional attachment to the man. Okay, so a woman don't want to date a man because sometimes the baby mama still has that emotional attachment to the man, and she's going to cause drama sometimes.
Oh, so you're saying that women are still attached to the men, even though the man is done and moving on.
Yeah, I mean, that's from a woman. Yeah, like...
Okay, so you're saying baby mama drama.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's why it's hard for men to date. That's true, because... It's hard for men to find a good woman.
I feel like all baby mama drama is always just a whole jealousy thing.
It is, except unless when the dude is not doing right, and you can clearly see that's not for you. You know what I mean? If that's happening, you need to get out. Like,
cause I can always see, like, normally this is normally I see when it's dudes having like baby mama issues. It's always like, oh, he still want me, or blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. Like, this.
And this is with his good friends.
Pettiness.
Okay, like, with his good men friends. Like,
this is like pettiness. Yeah. But then when it's like the baby daddy, mostly it's around the kid.
Right.
Like finances, or you're not doing nothing for the kid. So it's like two different situations. Normally, like I said, the women with dudes, it's like issues between the women. Like,
facts.
Over wanting the dude
over
back.
Dude, yeah.
But then with the woman, it's like issues over the kid, and the dude not doing for the kid.
Facts.
That's normally what I see.
Unless you're not ready to let go. But honestly, even when we not ready to let go, it's really because of our kid. And that's what I be trying to get
that's a good point.
Some of my friends to understand. Like, people that I know who are going through that, I be trying to get them to understand that it might look like it's your love for that person, but it's really not. It's your kid.
Trying to keep it together for the kid.
It's your kid. You're only doing it for your kids. And that's like my mama used to tell me, like, it's not going to do anything. It's going to hurt your kid more.
Yeah, a lot of people,
if you're not happy, your kid won't be happy.
I hear a lot of older people always say, like, look, you are hurting your kid.
Yep.
Like, you don't realize it, but like, I always hear older women tell young girls, move on. Because what you're doing to your kid right now is worse than you
being by yourself
being
and
by
happy.
Yourself and happy, yeah.
And they're seeing their mom happy all the time because she's not going through stressed out or, crying, hollering. You know what I mean? You can raise your kids better too, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But it's just hard to believe that sometimes,
Right. But yeah, pretty much it is. So bottom line is, it is possible to date with kids. It is possible to find a good man. It is possible to build a happy family and be established.
Right.
It's okay to have preference. Like, we don't want a kid. If you don't want to date somebody with a kid, that is okay.
There's a billion people in this world.
Billion, right. Somebody will love you. Somebody will care for you, whatever. Yes. So, anyway, moving on. My favorite topic, my favorite time. I love you, but I don't care. And, of course, I'm talking about sports. The Saints won a game without Drew Brees, and I was ecstatic. I hate that we had to beat Russell Wilson because, we love Russell.
Like
Russell's
the homie.
Russell is literally like, we look at Russell and Sierra like, oh, like every time you see him, you're just like, oh. So it's like, it sucks to beat Russell.
Like your big cousins.
Yeah, it's like
that you love.
family. Like, hate to beat you, but I gotta beat you. Yeah. But yeah, so we beat the Seattle Seahawks, and I was pretty happy because I was like, man, we about to get destroyed without Drew Brees, but we actually looked really good.
They did. They looked real good because I was like, look, even Apple was doing his thing.
He had one good play.
But it was a touchdown. It was pretty
good.
You know?
Eli Apple had one good play. He's still trash, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he better than me. The crazy part is he better than me, but I'm still calling him trash.
Yeah, because when you're on a bigger platform, you expect him to be way better.
Right.
Like, fam, how you doing that? Like, how you miss a layup in the NBA? Like, that always killed me. Like,
how people miss? Because it's a layup. Sometimes you miss them.
No, but they just be doing dumb stuff. Like, sometimes, like, what are you doing? People did that in middle school. Shot. You're right, but like a free throw and you gigantic. How you miss that and you like 7 foot?
That's shooting mechanics. It's hard for big people to shoot. Because normally they have big shoulders.
But like I'll be like, dude, I was missing free throws in high school.
Right.
You in the NBA, I expect you to be better than me.
What was your excuse?
Not even. I was just playing.
Oh, okay.
I liked it, but I wasn't really good at it.
Right.
So, which is why I'm not in the WNBA.
That's not right.
Which is why I didn't play football and basketball in college.
Right.
Because my mom really could have. She just had my brother, but she was very good in volleyball, and I didn't get any of it. I didn't even get her height, so yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's all I had for that. What you got?
Damn, I got it. Fam. Back to the. I don't want to. Anyway, I'm not even gonna say it. But anyway, back to our people. You know. So there was this hair post because I'm in all these groups on Facebook.
Right.
I love Facebook groups, okay? I love it. I learned so much. Anyway. So I'm in this natural hair Facebook group. It's like naturalistas, whatever. So there was this post about this woman, this girl, this lady. She was like, my daughter's hair, daughter has so much beautiful hair. She was like, my daughter's hair is like driving me crazy. She has the worst hair.
Right.
And she was like, I don't even know what to do with it. I don't know how to comb it. It always gets tangled, something like that. So, okay. I always be like, oh my God, I hate my hair. Like, I have the worst hair when it's tangled or whatever. Like, which is normal things. She was like, what can I do to make it better? People were slamming her, B. Like, saying all kind of stuff. Like, she not a good mom. Like, she downing her daughter.
Well, didn't that happen to a celebrity? They posted their daughter and was like, I need some advice on mixed hair. And everybody was like, what kind of mother are you? Like, you don't know how to do your daughter's hair. I'm like, you're not born being a hairstylist.
Second of all, just because somebody say, oh my God, she has the worst hair, that could mean tangling. Let's not be pretend. Let's not fake like we don't have more coarser hair. We never said that our hair was ugly, or we don't believe that it's ugly or whatever. Whatever. Yeah, like we just have coarser hair, and nothing's wrong with that. Our hair's not straight. So anyway, people were slamming her. She didn't even get any real good advice because most people were calling her a bad mom. So I was like, oh my God. And I just took it to the woke thing because I feel like once that movement started, people started going ham about us, and about smaller things about us, not really the educational things, how smart we are, what we can make. They go ham about hair. Right. You know what I'm saying? Skin color, like tones, but let's talk about our education, our minds, how smart our minds are. You know what I mean? Our whole entire.
So nobody gave her advice on.
Like only like a handful of people did, but most people were bashing her, and she was like, "I'm never posting anything up here again."
And that's like the whole point of the group.
Exactly.
It's a hair group.
Exactly.
See, that's girls. Dudes would never do that.
And that's why I'm like, it's just women. Women are always doing that, and it's based on our own insecurities.
We would never do that. Like, if I was in a group with other dudes, and it was like, hey, how should I do tips on my son's head? We'd be like, oh, this is what you
y'all
do.
would probably laugh at that.
Right.
My son got some bad hair. Like, you say that to your own self. If, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's stuff I really don't care about. Like, I'm glad you said it. Because, like, stuff like that made me mad. Because, like, it's a hair group. Are you
serious?
Where else can she go to get advice?
Exactly. And y'all
See, that's why I can't be in groups like that. Because I really would be going off on people. Like,
I did go off on him, and I was like, y'all are ridiculous. I felt so bad for that lady, and I was like, this is why I don't post in this group, because it's like,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm scared to, I can't even be honest with y'all. I was like, I can't even be honest with any of y'all because y'all gonna target me? Are y'all gonna go ham on me on something I believe about myself? And I'm happy. Babe, so I said that, right? I was like, this is what I said. I said, if we were so focused on education, family in the Black community and doing it, in a better ways than what we do, we would have a lot of good news on the news stations.
That is a fact.
And I was like,
that is a fact.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, but instead we're like, Black women are so worried about this. Worried about a woman saying, "Oh my God, my daughter's hair is so horrible. I don't know what to do with it."
That's ridiculous.
And y'all not saying, "Oh, this is what you could do." Y'all bashing her, saying she's a horrible mom. She's a horrible person. She's not building her daughter up. Her daughter can't even see this. Her daughter was like 4 or 5 years old. What? Yeah. She wasn't even talking to her daughter. She's talking to you.
Yeah, like.
So a girl really told me, a Black girl. She said, wow, you're really. She was like, you're pathetic. You make excuses for anything. And then she was like, you're so weak minded. Like, shut the F up. Okay. I was like, first of all, me and my family get stuff done. Okay. You got the wrong one. Like, and then the other girl was like, and somebody else posted, and she was like, that was so uncalled for. Like, to the other girl, like, why would you? What? And I'm like, what is wrong with
all
you?
right, see, I'm tired of okay.
Yeah.
Like, women are crazy in that story because that's dumb.
They really are, fam. They wild. Like,
anyway,
yeah, they're crazy.
Women are crazy.
It's a lot of they bitter sometimes,
Right.
For inside things, issues, or insecurities. If you think your hair bad, nobody was talking about your hair. She talked about her own daughter hair, and it was a joke, clearly.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man, y'all keep listening to the podcast.
Right. We appreciate it.
We really appreciate it. Like,
we're eternally grateful.
We are like
what movie that come
eternally grateful.
We're eternally grateful.
Looney Tunes.
No.
All right, that's my only guess. I don't care.
Dude,
I don't watch white movies.
Really? Toy Story? You ain't watched Toy Story.
Is there a Black person in Toy Story?
Yes.
It is?
Yes, the dog was black. That dog was brown, Slinky. Come here, man. What are you doing, man?
Wow.
That dog was brown. Any brown toy or something in a toy movie, I'd be like, oh, that's a Black person.
All right, we out of here. This is going to turn left quick. Good night.
Good night.